Let's talk a little bit about the Western Wall, and from here it's good because now it's the eve of Tisha B'Av, the Tisha month of the Jewish calendar, and the Jews will mourn soon. They will cry, and that's a wailing wall. This time it's going to be a wailing wall. They will cry mainly because the two temples been destroyed that day. But let's build a second temple, not King Solomon temple, because not a lot left from it. King Herod liked to do two things. The first one is to kill people. Remember, if you're Christian, they're innocent children, but if you're Jew, he ordered to kill all the famous people at the day that he died, but thanks God they didn't. They didn't do that, and they've been saved. And the second thing was to impress. He decided to build the biggest temple in the world. Not only a Jewish temple, because there's only one Jewish temple. The Jews don't need more than one. He decided to build the biggest Jewish temple that will compete all the Romans and the pagans' temple as well. Then he had a problem because the Dome of the Rock, which is right there today, it's a Muslim site. The Dome of the Rock it's actually on top of Mount Moriah, and it's a small place. You cannot build a huge temple there. What's happened there? This is the foundation stone ever. When God created the world, he had to start from somewhere, and that is the somewhere. Second thing, there were many things, but let me talk about only a few things. When Adam and Eve were kicked out of Eden, they went straight down to that place from heaven. Then there is a connection from heaven and divine and Jerusalem. Abraham almost sacrificed Isaac on top of that stone, Mount Moriah, and that's where God decided to send an angel that said, God trust you, don't do that. And what else? Yeah, God told the Jews, build my house there, and this is the only house of God. A synagogue, it's not a house of God. A church, yes. A synagogue, it's a house of prayer. At the time of the temple, it wasn't even a house of prayer, it was kind of a community place. Today it's a house of prayer, but it's not a house of God. There's only one house of God. It's there, it's not exist anymore, and it's a Muslim side. You can understand the tension of the Jews and the Muslims. It's not about Jerusalem, of course not about Palestine. It's about one rock, that rock, who owns it. And according to the Jewish law, and that's before you will ask me why it still exists, according to the Jewish law, you cannot destroy holy sites. Holy sites belong to the people that owns them. And now it's a Muslim site, they cannot destroy it. A church belongs to the Christians, not to Israel. A mosque belongs to the Muslims, not to Israel. Then in that case, King Herod wanted to impress, to build something so big. And what he did, he destroyed everything that was around the small stone. And now, they argue and they're saying bad things. It's Tisha B'Av. You are not supposed to do that. You're supposed to love each other. But as you can see, they're not. But I will save you. You don't ask me to translate everything that they said. And it's let's face it, it's the best time of the day when this is Jerusalem of gold. Then in that case, he destroyed everything that was around that and built 4 big walls. You can see only a small part of the Western Wall. It's less than half. The rest, see, that's the Muslim quarter. The rest is at the Muslim quarter. All the houses attach or use the Western Wall that exists here for more than 2,000 years. And by that he created a plaza. Now, by the way, before I forget, 7 stones from down to up at the Jewish Western Wall Plaza is from the time of King Herod. The rest is from different times because the Romans in 70 AD, as you know, tried to destroy it, and then they said to themselves, why we are destroying it? We can use it. We can use it. And they used it as a fortress, as an army camp, and they built a temple on top of it. Then, what else? Yeah, he built that plaza, and then he built the Jewish temple that was between 2 to 3 times higher and bigger than the Dome of the Rock. Can you imagine how big it used to be? That was good until 70 AD, and then the temple been destroyed by the Romans, and until the 7th century nothing happened here. And 7th century the Muslims occupied the world and built here the third most important place for them, although it's never mentioned in the Bible. Jerusalem, never mentioned in the Quran, not even a bit. Bnei Israel, the son of Israel, was mentioned 43 times. Palestine never been exist at that time, then never mentioned in the Quran, although some of the Muslims try to tell me that it's actually part of the Quran. It's not. And if you will find something like that, please show it to me. Then, in that case, once a year, the Jews are mourning here. They will sit on small stalls. They will read the lamentation, only the set parts of the Torah. They won't use anointing oil, then you can understand what smell we will have at the men department tomorrow morning. If you're talking about men department, before you will ask me what's happened with the women, the plaza, which is only a small part of the Western Wall, is divided into two, the men and the women. I'm usually taking a video of the men department because I cannot enter to the women department. Is it clear? Another thing that some innocent people are asking me, why the Jews are praying through the wall? Guys, I'm standing here because I want you to understand that they're not praying through the wall, they're praying through the temple that used to be there. All the Jews in the world are praying through Jerusalem. Muslims are praying through Mecca, and Christians are usually to the east. The Jews all over the world are praying through Jerusalem. In Jerusalem, you're praying through the Dome of the Rock, which is the Jewish temple site. Now, if you do have some questions, and I'm sure that I didn't talk about every part of it, all right, yeah, you will ask me about that ugly bridge. That ugly bridge is the only bridge that non-Muslims can enter to the Al-Aqsa Mosque, to the site of the Jewish temple, twice a day, not including Friday and Saturday, which are the holidays of the Muslims. Then in that case, why it's so ugly? Because the world is a little bit afraid of the Muslims, and we try to build something modern, but the Muslims actually were afraid that we are going to occupy the Temple Mount. First of all, by law we cannot, but if you want to occupy that place, we can do that in less than 1 second. Then it's better to occupy the place, which we are not, Israel are not going to do that, with a nice and modern bridge. But the world, mostly the Western world, are asking us, begging us, order us not to build a new. Another thing that you might ask me, what is that stone that looks like it's floating in the air? That is part of a bridge. And one of the entrances to the temple, at that part, instead of the Al-Aqsa Mosque, you could see a palace of King Herod. And the entrance, the main entrance, was from the south part of the temple. Behind us, you can see Mount of Olives, and this is the Jewish cemetery. When the Jewish Messiah will come, and guys, Christians, my friends, people who believe in Jesus, according to the Jews, it's not Jesus, then please don't argue with me. It's their belief, not your belief. When the Jewish Messiah will come, I can hear the word Jesus here, he will enter to the temple, and they will be the first one who will resurrect. Amazing view, isn't it? All right, now I do have a video of the Western Wall and the temple. I was sure that I uploaded million videos of it, and because I asked a lot of you to, I took a short video of the people who pray there, and I said, if you want to know a little bit of the Temple Mount, then let me know, and I will send you a link it was very difficult for me to find a link. Now we will have a link just for you. Then thank you very much. This is a very important day. You are not supposed to greet people at that day, but the fasting day will begin in about an hour. And then I can tell you, have a great day, have a great evening. Don't forget to subscribe. Now, because you are the only, I don't have tourists, and you are the only one who are watching my videos, you don't need to do that. But if you can, then first subscribe to my channel and send it to everyone. And look at the like button. Next to it, there's a shape of heart, and you can donate as much as you can, only if you can. But a comment that said, I love you, Zahi, or I love Israel, can be a very good idea, although I believe I will get a lot of free Palestine from Hamas messages as well. Then thank you very much. See you in my next video.